Hey everyone, Coach Investor back with another video for you today. So in today's video, we're going to discuss whether or not Peloton is a good investment right now, because most of you know Peloton's business was accelerated thanks to the pandemic. Yes, the business was growing already before the pandemic started, but still heavily accelerated and became like this global brand already thanks to the pandemic. So we're going to discuss the pros and the cons in investing into Peloton right now. But before I do so, if you haven't subscribed to this channel and like these videos, hit that subscribe button and leave an early thumbs up, as it really helps me out grow the channel and get my videos out there. I would also like to thank today's sponsor, the Motley Fool. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me find the latest growth stock and innovative company. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services, the Fool offers. Through the Motley Fool's stock advisor service, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock advisor's average stock picks have returned over 500%. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more this year, you can visit www.fool.com/couchinvestor or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if Stock Advisor is right for you. Now let's get back to this video. Right, so looking at the graph, we can see that $100 is a pretty big support line. We can see that all the way over to November. We can see that in September, actually, this was a breakout to the back then highs of 137, but right now it has retested that support line twice. Obviously the highs of 170 are long gone. The next major resistance line is probably at 140, as we can see here, but I wouldn't expect the stock going to $140 in the next couple of weeks. It will probably take some time right now. 10-year yield going up with everything that's going on with the market will still be pretty volatile. Right, so as we've just seen, Peloton, like most growth stocks and stocks that have thrived during the pandemic, took a major hit around a month or so ago. Now, a couple of reasons why. The main reason is probably because of that 10-year yield going up and up 0.3, 0.5% or so. But as of today, we're at levels not seen since just before the pandemic. And just before the pandemic, the markets were fine. We were in a bull market. Everything was great. So now that we're back at those levels, suddenly it's panic on the streets. God knows why. Second reason is because of the vaccine and the reopening. Lots of people think when everything will reopen, people will go back to their gyms and nobody will really like to buy Peloton because, well, as we will see later, it's pretty expensive. So first I would like to start with the pros. So number one, you don't have to leave your house to work out, which is great for people that are lazy or people that now are working from home and will be working from home, well, until something else changes. Number two is the social aspect and the buzz it gets. So they have partnerships, I think, with Beyonce, Miley Cyrus, probably lots of others to create music and maybe content for Peloton. They also recently announced a partnership with Adidas, or Adidas, if you want me to say that like that. Yes, it doesn't really give much value to the workouts or something, but it gives much value to the brand. And for the social aspect, pretty cool to work out with somebody around the world that you connected through Peloton. You see those rankings, you can work out, you can see maybe you're faster than him or her this week, your workout is better, etc. Pretty cool, which goes into my third point, which is the gamification of working out. Gamification is going to be very big moving forward. Lots of things has been gamified, and workout is something that should have been gamified a long time ago. Working out is great, but a lot of people think it's a struggle to go work out because, well, lifting weights, cardio, etc. is not really interesting. But when you add gamification to that, it becomes way more interactive, way more rewarding, even if it's just virtual coins or virtual rewards or whatever, still pretty good and a pretty good way to motivate people to work out. Then number 4 and 5 is basically maybe combined. So they have great classes, great instructors. Some of them have like a celeb type of reputation right now, which leads to customer satisfaction, which leads to very low churn rates. But again, this will go back to the negative points later. Churn rates are very low right now because, well, the pandemic, people not going back to the gym, people paying their bikes over 36 months or so. So maybe that's why churn rates are low right now. And lastly, the point regarding people going back to gyms, Peloton might not be surviving, etc. Peloton actually acquired a company called Precor, which is one of the biggest brands in fitness equipment around the world. They supply fitness equipments to hotels, to gyms. So Peloton buying that company, one, will probably help them going into lots and lots of other products. Two, might be that, well, those hotels might now start buying Peloton products, and in that hotel they can advertise and say, look, we have a Peloton gym, etc. You can continue your social workout in our hotel, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Now let's move over to the negative points. So number one, pretty basic. It's very expensive to buy a bike or a tread. Yes, you can have a payment plan and pay it over 12 or 24, 36 months or so, but still pretty expensive, especially if maybe halfway there, you don't want to work out anymore, maybe some plans changes, you're moving out, etc. You're moving into a smaller apartment, because think of it, if you want to buy a bike or a tread, you need space for that in your apartment or in your house. In your house, maybe it's less of a problem. In your apartment, maybe a bigger problem. So first, expensive. Second is obviously the most common counterpoint is, well, people that went to the gym before the pandemic will probably go back to the gym, or people that didn't go to the gym before might not want to buy a Peloton at all, might just go outside for a walk or run or take their bike or whatever. Number three, and that's maybe just a problem right now, is that there are not many choices. You can buy a bike or you can buy a tread. You cannot have lots of other choices. Lots of people want to work out, want to lift weights. Yes, I know you get a couple of weights with that, but for most people that want to maybe gain some muscle weight or whatever, that's probably not enough. It's great for cardio, don't get me wrong, very good for cardio, but not enough choices, especially with the subscription you're paying. So let's say you're going to a gym, you're paying a subscription, but you only get to use the bike. Pretty weird, no? Then the last 2 points. One, the hype could die off after the pandemic, maybe not straight, but maybe a year after that. The hype is dead. People don't really like to go on their bikes anymore, etc. It's a possibility. Churn rate will probably be a bit higher than what it has been recently. That's something that's completely normal, but just so you know. And lastly, obviously the delays. Lots of people have been waiting months and months and months for their Peloton bikes. Obviously in the last quarter, they're going to invest $100 million to solve that problem, but still people are waiting months to get their bikes. During those months, they might think, oh, maybe I don't want the bike anymore, so let me cancel the order or let me go to a competitor, for example. Right, so all in all, these are just my pros and cons. If you have more pros or cons, leave them down in the comments below, and especially let me know if you hold Peloton, if you think it's a good buy, let me know down in the comments below. But to conclude, I do think Peloton is a great company. I do think they're going to succeed in the long term. I do think it's not just a bike with an iPad company, even though this joke is pretty old by now. I think with their investment to solve those delay problems, very, very good. The acquisition of Precor is a great acquisition, especially with the reopening, etc. Maybe providing hotels with Peloton equipment is going to grow their fan base even more. But unfortunately, there's no spot for Peloton in my portfolio, not because I'm negative on the company, just because I think there are probably other and better investments out there. One of them I will talk about next week. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. So that will be it for this video. If you liked it, consider leaving a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.